Hello, if you'd like to come on in and have a seat for some symbolic support, we're going to utilize the Skull of Scrolls. And we'll add on some oracle cards, and we have Ghost 2P or kick in for any audio additions that may inspire. We'll see which sign is up next. And we're just going to do quick ones for the year end. So we're going to do the Shaman's Palm.
What year
and
is
Superhero. Currently 2023. So Gemini, you are up next. If you want to take a screenshot so you can scry on your own time and terms for shapes and symbols that speak to your psyche and psychic senses. Awesome possum. All right, I'm going to take a moment here to open up. You're welcome to join me, or you can fast forward through whatever feels good to you. Taking a nice big breath. Closing the eyes, cleansing the palette of perception, releasing the race and the rush. Activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support in the name and to honor of Gemini. Gems, thank you so much for being my muse, for holding space for me to share my insights and allowing me to be a guest in your aura. Gratitude. I hope you had a great holiday season and the festivities have not quite ended for the end of the new year. But this is for just looking at the threshold. We're only going to do from one direction. All right, you know the drill. If you see, sense, or feel anything, let me know. Comment below. Keep to yourself.
Listen to me.
Okay. We're here for Gemini. I feel like I'm an open book. I don't know. Sorry, give me a second here. Yeah, I'm an open book about something. I'm seeing two faces, and I know Gemini... but this feels like the comedy and the tragedy, the squinting of my face because, like I'm happy, and then also the sternness to be disciplined. Some sort of puzzle pieces coming together. There is I'm going to say a creature. Okay, there's a creature. I feel like I'm unfolding something. I'm unfolding something. It's like, when you were kids and you would, fold a bunch of pieces of paper and then cut out snowflakes and then, or, people, and then you go, ta-da, that's what it's like a banner or something. But I also feel like I'm unfolding something. It's like a map. There's definitely a face in there. I just heard chin up when I acknowledged that. Chin up.
Offended.
Yeah, sorry if anyone or anything is offended. Okay, I'm going to keep going. Something's looking back out here. It's like, when something gets your attention? Something gets your attention and you like kind of look back for a second. You're like, what was that? Okay, so I feel like Gems, maybe at some point, in some respect, you would know better than I.
Revolting.
I am following something. Okay, so first and foremost, it feels serpent-like. So I don't want to jump on what a snake may mean to somebody. So please follow your own intuition, of course. Because for me, there's two rabbit holes. One, it's a serpent of knowledge. And one, it's a snake. With a little bit more, like a little sleazy, right? So I feel like on one hand, whatever this is towards, there's also a vulture in here midway through. There's also a caterpillar right here.
Please come back.
I feel like this is where I'm at right now. I feel like I'm seeing a little bit of a bull, maybe a little bit of Taurian energy, or just a steadfast ability, or maybe really, really grounded in a stance about something. That's okay. And we're coming into the year end, so this could be something like I'm willing to transform. But along the way, I'm looking at different versions of myself in different times. And it's almost like I don't want to lie to myself. And I don't want to be led. But if I'm going to be a leader...
It's impossible.
If I'm going to be a leader, has somebody told me it's impossible? Is that why they're distracting me? Is it because it's impossible by their perception, by their limitations of me, or of themselves thwarted towards me? Am I receiving it because I have some sort of sense of unsurety? And unsurety is okay, but it's like I want to recap and reestablish some knowledge. So I feel like gems, like, I don't know if this has been like throughout the year, you've been like, okay, I can see all these different versions of me in different states.
It's cold.
But now I want to, like, it's almost like I want to unravel that, take a look at the big picture, the big scroll of your soul. I feel like you also might have access to like the Akashic and Shadow records. Yes. Okay. So, because there's cobras down there. These cobras are also in the shape of
You
ducks.
can't understand.
I feel like that's what I keep telling myself, or I keep telling somebody else. Well, you don't understand. It's okay, so this is funny. So I understand that, but then I kind of want to challenge, because I feel like if somebody's saying that to you, or vice versa, it's like, what does that mean? Do you not want others to understand? The effort to explain, is it, the wrong audience? Or do I enjoy feeling alone in that space? I don't want others to understand. Anyway, it's not the point. Okay, that's just my own like wandering as I was in there. So in your cave here of ice, I have here spirit of initiation. This is why I feel like when I have all this access, and there's all the access, like I have access to, I get to look at something from this big point of view. But I'm seeing Oscar the Grouch eyes. So it's like sometimes I feel like I might be a little like, well, yeah, maybe like the spirit box said, well, you don't understand. You can't understand. And it's like, well, that's kind of a cop-out. I don't know if somebody's saying that, again, to you, or you're saying that. So I go back to do some research, different phases. I feel like the vulture is very valuable to me, if that means anything to you right now.
Cheating.
So it's also like when something's being thrown at me, I'm seeing like one of those 80s movies, like throwing little stones, maybe 90s movies too. I don't know, maybe they still do, it's not the point. They throw like little rocks at the window to get your attention. Something's trying to get your attention, but I'm not sure if it's yeah, see? Shaman of Song is in the winds. Like they would be with a ghetto blaster shouting to you. I will bring this up for you. Please take
Beside
in
you.
whatever you see, sense, or feel. This is intense, Gemini. I feel like you guys have been, I don't know, maybe hard on yourself. I just heard I want to get to the grit. Okay, so I'm seeing somebody like lift. My temples are weightlifting. The cobras become like my eyebrows, these cobra ducks. Something about being my own, interestingly enough, because we are going to add on a superhero card for you near the end. So, please be sure to stay for that. Or like, share, subscribe if you haven't already too. Thank you so much. Okay, so see, now, Cube of Hearth. You actually got two, and I'm going to acknowledge that. There's a woman in here, feels, I don't know what the right word is. I want to say like tribal or Egyptian. It's
Are
not
you
the
a friend?
So there's the eyes, and there's like long hair, and this might be some sort of, it's not like a traditional crown like you would think, like even traditionally. It's like something makeshift. Kind of like, a Medusa vibe, Egyptian vibe, Pharaoh vibe, something along that could even be like Lilith vibes. It's definitely a feminine energy, female expressed.
Spirit.
Yeah, it's a, okay, but she's coming through with like a very poofy, like fur collar. Her neck is exposed. Something about your throat, Gemini. She wants to speak to you. She wants to speak to you. Maybe about your path, Maybe about your path and the way you're feeling. Because you've been initiated into something. Purification. Yeah, see, there's something going on. Okay. All right. Gems. I'm going to take a moment here. In your cave of hearth, your heart, your fire, is you have the dancer of promise and inspiration. Because the path that I feel that I'm going on is up, but I meet characters along the way. Da 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 da. Oh, hello. These characters, it's like deciding, it's like the good old game of snakes and ladders, but that's not what it is, but in a simple way. Well, at least that's not how I'm feeling it. And then the shaman of purification comes down here in your cave of earth. So it's like in the ice stars that are melting upon you, because you've already been initiated into something. It's asking you to bring it in. Sorry, wrong way, to earth. Again, I'm conversing with something, someone. Right here, right now, right here, right now. Gems, if there's something that's kept you a little grouchy, I feel like that's clearing up. But it's you. There's some sort of new inspiration that comes in. I feel like I made a promise to someone or something.
What should I do?
I think it's within me, and I can see it in this scroll. I have this ability to carry a lot of things. Do you know what this is, Gems? Hilarious. Masculine or feminine, expressed indifferent. I feel as though I have either been through a time, or maybe it's the last few days, like a grouchy goddess, god or goddess. And now I understand something about that. As much as I'm saying that there's this whole vessel here.
Spell.
It's like this other eye is opening. If not already. And that's when I realize, oh, I've made promises to myself. And being on my path, I get to purify them as we come into the calendar year. Does that make sense? And this feels promising. It feels promising because it's me to me, like the masculine and the feminine, the twins of sorts. We're here for Gemini. I'm going to grab you guys a superhero card. Because who doesn't love a superhero card? Thank you. We're not going to take two because that's ridiculous. There's a lot of words on the back. So I hope you guys did enjoy. Please do like, share, and subscribe. Sorry, I'm fumbling over my words.
Asylum.
Yeah. She's crazy. Crazy. All right. We have Dr. Octopus. I'll bring this up for you so you can see and enjoy. And I shall read to you. Dr. Octopus, caught in a radioactive explosion during an experiment, brilliant scientist Otto Octavius found that his mechanically utility arms have been permanently fused to his body and now obeyed his every mental command. But the radiation drove him mad as well, and Octavius assumed the identity of Dr. Octopus, master criminal extraordinaire. Now he uses his awesome power to flout the law and strike back at those he feels mock his genius, particularly his long-time nemesis, the amazing Spider-Man. Okay. Okay. You can digest that however you want. I'm such a child and I love it, so I don't even care. I feel like this is kind of like I'm Spider-Man and the octopus at the same time. Like right from the beginning of this, like what? To unraveling the scroll to this feminine and Oscar the Grouch kind of god and goddess feeling. And you might have been caught up in something. It's like, did I get distracted? I don't think you did. I think you're right on par with something because you were meeting characters along the way that could help you put the story together. And even with now obeyed his every mental command. That's right. Is this a distraction? What kind of snake is this? Is this a snake? Is this a serpent? You have turned into, you are turning into an awesome genius. You're genius. You're genius. And I think maybe is that why from before, like, well, you don't understand. And now I'm kind of like in the Rick and Morty show. Do people not
House.
understand because you feel, or they feel, because of your genius is misunderstood? But I'm kind of getting the vibes as well, Geminis, that there is okay, so I'm hearing this song by the Tragically Hip, Ahead by a Century. So you might even sometimes feel like ahead of your time. And while ahead of your time, if this is like the time and you're like, da, 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 but I'm up here, modern, visionary, whatever the case may be, I feel like you're kind of being asked to, yes, but acknowledge here. Can you bring it into a different shape or form slightly? Mold it for the audience of now, so you can like lead the breadcrumbs to that future vision for oneself or for the collective. I don't know, Geminis. Does this make sense? I hope this makes sense. I'm going to leave it here, Gemini.
Spirit guides.
I hope that you had a great holiday season. Thank you so much for scrying with me after a little bit of a break. And I look forward to seeing you again soon, and hope you enjoyed this BLOTS bonus that'll carry you into the new year.